I have a lot to say about last night's episode of Big Brother. The first being that I am not convinced that the line about your social game could save you was actually what was said to the house guests in the moment. This is because there's a term in reality TV called frankenbiting where they will stitch together different words from different things that people are saying to make a clip. And if you do not see someone say something from start to finish on screen, then they might not have said it that way. Most of the time, this isn't used for nefarious reasons. It's used to like enhance the clarity of what they're saying or make it sound a little bit more exciting or emotional. But it can be used to make them say things they didn't say. And with the mastermind, we don't actually get to see the mastermind's lips moving at all, so they can make mastermind say a million different lines, and they had plenty of time to edit this episode, so they could have completely changed what he said. And then Tyler said it again later, but you'll notice that Tyler didn't say almost any of his speech on screen. Almost none of it, and definitely not the line about the social game. And to me, his voice sounded a little bit different when he was talking about the social game. I'm convinced that that's a Frankenbite to gaslight the audience into being like, oh no, it's a social game. The social game is what kicked them out. It's not. Kelly did not stay because of her social game. She was actively being targeted because her social game was bad. The reason that she stayed isn't because she had a good social game. Secondly, I'm very annoyed with Ava. I understand that like being physically pulled somewhere is frustrating, especially if you're someone who doesn't like to be touched, but it is a very normal thing in the context of you have very little time and your allies want to talk to you really fast that they're going to pull you into another room. It's happened on plenty of other seasons, and it's not physical assault the way that she kept talking about it on feeds and calling Rachel a bitch and allegedly a cunt for doing that. She has said multiple times on the feeds in the past that a guilty conscience tells on themselves, and I feel like it's guilty conscience that's making her say these things about Rachel. But even more frustrating to me is that Ava chose Vince, the person that she has no working relationship with in the house, to be in this power position. She could have chosen Rachel, who she has a final two with. She could have chosen Will, who she has been working closely with the entire game. She could have chosen Ashley, who she has a close relationship with, or Lauren or Kelly, who she has been trying to pull her into an alliance. She could have chosen Keanu, who she has a pretty good working relationship with. But no, she chose Vince, a person she doesn't like, that she doesn't have any relationship with. Yeah, he should be the one who goes first. And finally, it seemed like Rachel panicked a little bit in that competition, which is sad because I think she's perfectly smart enough to have figured it out, but she's also the only one in that house that understands the lore of how stressful that competition is. The former house guests who competed in reindeer games have even said this is the most stressful competition that they have ever competed in, including jumping from buildings. But production should have never put her in that position in the first place. This should not have been a competition that kicks you out of the game. It could have been like you're automatically nominated for the block, and so then you would have to rely on your social game to make sure that you don't get voted out. All those things would have made sense. And I'll reiterate again for the people who think that this is a totally fine way to evict somebody, that even the people in the house who have no access to the outside world, don't know what any of us are saying that this way of kicking someone out is bullshit. They are mad about it. They think that this is not Big Brother anymore. They think that this show sucks now. They are mad at production because this is not the game that they signed up for, and it's not the way that people are supposed to be kicked out on Big Brother. Yes, production can do whatever they want, but that doesn't mean that they should, and there are expectations that people have when they go into a game, which is at the very least people get voted out to be evicted and they don't get kicked out because they lost a game.